Welcome back to another video. We are talking about what if Sabo was able to join the Straw Hats post time skip. Now, Sabo will never able to be able to join the Straw Hats because he doesn't play a design role. But in this little what if, after he gets the fruit from Luffy, he goes back to Dragon, leaves the Revolutionary Army, and they have that 2-year time skip. Sabo is able to join the crew. Now, we have to keep in count that Sabo is an extremely strong character. He may be Yonko level if they gave him the Yonko title, but since he doesn't have a crew, he's still incredibly dangerous to the world government. Now, he is able to do all 3 types of haki: ornament, observation, conqueror's haki, while also being very proficient at Ace's fruit, being able to go toe to toe with the 5 elders to escape with his life, and is able to fight numerous of enemies. Now, he's not Kaido level, of course, but he's inching closer to Gear 5 level, because he'd be the strongest on the crew post time skip with all their team. And we have to know, though Flamingo would be no problem to him, so the Dressrosa arc would finish in a couple of chapters. Now, of course, Luffy would still be able to defeat Dofi, but Sabo would cut the Dressrosa arc into a half a day instead of 2 days. With that, of course, we could talk about the Wano Country arc. Now, there's only 2 more arcs we got to talk about, but with the Wano arc, he is beating King, Queen, he's beating who else? Everyone on Kaido's and Big Mom's side, except for Kaido, because I don't think he's as strong as Kaido. But granted, I don't think Gear 5 is as strong as Kaido, because Kaido was able to beat Luffy countless of times. But with that, Sabo was able to handle Big Mom, taking her out the fight quite easily. But that also means no law or no kid awakening from their fruit, because with Sabo there, Sabo's beating the bricks off everyone, especially with Marco's help. Even though Marco wasn't trying to get directly involved in the conflict, he was only there to aid with the assistance. But he is able to defeat King and Queen if they don't split off into their original fights with Zoro and Sanji. But no one would be a threat to him. He'd basically have a speed run, except when he gets up to Kaido and he has to help Luffy. But Gear 5 Luffy and Sabo should easily be able to challenge Kaido. And of course, we gotta respect the ones. So Sabo would eventually lose the fight, and Luffy would take it from there. But overall, Sabo speedrunning Wano. I mean, every arc is shorter by a day, by a couple of 100 chapters and a couple of episodes, because Sabo is that strong. He would be the strongest in the crew until we see what end of series Zoro looks like and end of series Sanji looks like, as they are going to be number 2 and number 3 to the Pirate King eventually, if they don't die. But eventually they'll be number 2 and number 3, and Sabo would be number 4. But Sabo and Luffy would go crazy with the Wano arc. And with the Eggman arc, Vegapunk is staying alive in this arc if Sabo is there, because Sabo can challenge the 5 elders with obviously the crew being hurt from the Wano fight, but they would sustain very much less injuries, right, with Sabo being there in the previous arc. But now with Vegapunk still being alive, they're able to get off that island with ease with Sabo's help, his observation, his ornament, his proficient skill in his with Ace's fruit, of course. So now, and you gotta think of the lineup for the crew. For now, their top 3 in the crew would be Zoro, Sabo, and Luffy. And that's full health. They're challenging everyone in the One Piece world, except probably for Shanks' crew, because Shanks is just levels above everyone, and Kaido, because I still think Kaido's is not levels above Luffy, but close to Luffy, of course. Alright, that is my thing. That is a what if Sabo was able to join. He does change a lot. He cuts a lot of arcs in half, he's able to handle a lot of the enemies with quite ease in these little arcs and makes them a little bit shorter. You probably don't see a lot of death with Sabo with Luffy. But I will see you in the next one.